everybody. It's Markiplier. Just kidding. It's the VONKA podcast.
Oh my god! I had no idea.
And guess what we watched this week? The Markiplier movie.
That's so crazy. Oh my god! I had no idea. Before we get into that, elephant in the room. You got a new haircut. I see it. I see it. I see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at him. He's a little blondie now. I forgot. Did you do coloring and everything, or was it always like that and I was just blind?
For the past 7 months, it has been highlighted. But the thing is it like grew out to where it was towards the bottom of the hair, and it was really long. It was like down to my shoulder. I was finally done with it being down at my shoulder, so I chopped it off. Yep.
Nice.
And I got the highlights retouched.
I like it.
Yep.
Nice. I like it. Hell yeah. Congratulations.
Only $105. Not even too bad.
No, actually, 100 isn't bad at all.
Yeah.
Dude, my haircuts cost like 70.
For haircuts?
That's with tip. Yeah, with tip. My base price for haircuts is like 55. I just pay my barber a lot because she's low-key the goat.
Is that the one you have in the basement, or is it the dentist that's
No, that's the dentist. And I actually, fun fact, I went to the dentist the other day and I got promoted. I'm in an actual office now. I changed my dentist.
Whoa!
Yeah, I know, that's crazy. Who knew that dentists are actually useful and don't cause pain when they do cleaning? Who knew?
Oh my god.
Dude, the dentist that I went to, the basement one, she first of all, I had to drive out like an hour to go see her. But she also never had like an X-ray machine either. So I never knew if I had cavities or not. Like it was literally just, she'd go in there, kill all of my gums and say, hey, just floss more. And then just kick me out. Like that's it. That's literally what it was. And I have to pay 100. I'd have to pay 100 on top of that because they stopped taking our insurance. So yeah, but I upgraded. I'm in an office now.
How did you ever start going to that place? What put your family onto there?
They took our insurance, but other dentists didn't, I guess. Up until this point, because I think we got like a new insurance, like a new company or whatever. But that place took it. And so my parents found it, and they're like, we're just going to go here. Also, we think that she's a family friend. I'm like, what do you mean we think? And like, what do we mean by that? Do we know or do we not? Is she a friend of ours? And so, yeah, next thing you know, I go into this random house in some random neighborhood. They just say, like, hey, go through the back door if you're in the dentist. Go to her backyard, enter from the backyard, and boom, dentist office.
And no red flags were raised at any of this. Your parents just thought, oh yeah, this is how it is.
In the moment, it was free. Until it wasn't.
What do you mean free?
Well, the insurance covered it, so it had to be free somehow.
I don't even know what. I have so many questions on how this was able to run, and this is the only place that took your insurance.
Until they didn't. Until they didn't. And the next thing you know, like all the other dentists started taking our insurance, and then they stopped it. So I actually don't know what happened.
They got busted. That's what happened.
God. But yeah, and then I forever ago I upgraded from the attic gym all the way to an actual gym as well. Which that membership actually ends this August, so I actually gotta go back. I gotta go back and lock in for as much as I can use it.
I'm locking in, so you gotta log in.
I definitely have to start locking back in, man. I got until August. I'm not renewing that shit.
You got until August to get abs, and that's it. You're done after that. That was your prime.
Yep, that was my prime. The last few months of my gym membership. My little brother might start working there though, so maybe I could just have him slide me in every single time I go in. Yeah, just slide him in and be like, hey, you working this morning?
Hey, yeah, son, does this take this insurance?
Yeah.
Does it take our insurance? Can I get my membership for free?
God, good times, man. Good times.
Good
That's you know
times.
that's how we do it up here in Virginia. You know, we
I think that's just
our
you. I
dentists.
think that's just you, brother.
No. Our dentists are in the basement. Our gyms are in the attic.
And you live in a paper mache house where you can hear everything.
No walls. No walls.
You built a new wall right there to your
Actually,
left.
I had to build a wall.
You built a new
'Cause
one.
there were
You
no
can
walls.
still hear through it.
God damn it, man.
Oh, man.
And everything is expensive up here, so it's really a lose-lose situation.
How do I make living here harder for me?
Steve. God, man. You brought me back with the whole basement dentist thing. I forgot that I went there. It was so trauma-inducing. I tried to block it out of my memory.
I could never forget about going there. If I went to a dentist in a basement,
I might dead ass, because I still remember where it is. Next time you're up here, I'll take you there just so you can see what it looked like on the outside. You'll just see a normal ass house. Like,
hey, how much
I
is
really
your
mean
cleaning? Just like a one-time clean.
Yeah.
When I come back,
Yeah,
my
cleaning
mouth
paper,
is all
cleaning paper,
bloody.
yeah.
I'm missing a few teeth.
Yeah. Dude, that's fun. Apparently my friend was telling me they went to like a pediatric dentist and the guy tried to take her adult teeth. Like you could ask her. Yeah, you could ask her about it, dog. She was like, yeah, like I had like apparently I needed like a few teeth removed, and the doctor thought that the best ones to remove were my two front ones on the top and on the bottom. So then her mom just grabbed her and took her away. She's like, we're never coming back.
Who are giving these Virginia people licenses? Whose dentistry are Virginia people specifically going to learn about becoming a dentist?
Nowhere. It's all online classes.
You guys are the COVID survivors.
Yeah. This is the future generation of dentists.
Oh
We do
my
not learn
God.
from our mistakes.
Dude, I don't even know what's worse, kids relying on ChatGPT now, or your dentist just lying through their resumes.
I unironically would trust ChatGPT with my teeth, other than those two, the basement dentist and the tooth doctor. Like, not the tooth doctor, the tooth fairy. You got the tooth fairy, just ripping teeth left and right from children, and then you got my basement doctor. Like, at least my doctor's pretty normal.
We're gonna
I
pull up to
think.
that basement. Hey, give me a one-time clean, please. Oh, we noticed that your wisdom teeth are slowly coming in, so we just removed them preemptively.
Dude, that actually also reminds me. Like, it's because at least as far as I remember, she never took my X-rays whenever I was like a first-time patient there. Because yeah, every dentist is supposed to for their own records.
Yeah.
Right. I always asked her about my wisdom teeth and whether they're gonna be coming in or not. Not a word. She said, "No, I don't see them." Like,
Yeah, just trust me, bro. I don't see them.
yeah, if I don't see them, they're not there. I can't see you. You can't see me.
No wisdom teeth here.
Yeah, what do you think? Peekaboo, I'm here. Like, ah. Like,
You know how like most places where, you have to get a degree of some sort. They'll plaster it on the wall. Did they ever have their degree on the wall?
yes, they did actually.
They did.
What
What school?
I don't remember. As for if it's fake or not, or it's like that standard whenever you go to Michael's and they have like the
Yeah.
random diploma there. It's like a place where it's like, oh, look what you can put in here. I don't know if it was that either. Like, I just remember looking at the wall and they did have like a PhD or a doctor or whatever it's called up on the wall. Like the office, like genuinely, apart from the fact that you can go upstairs and start cooking food, like there was, like it did look like an actual dentistry. Like they refitted their their basement to look like a dentistry.
Are you sure you know what a real dentistry looks like?
I did. I went there on Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, I went on Monday.
Okay.
Or was it Tuesday? I can't remember. It was one of the days.
At least you know what a real one looks like.
Yes, and I got my X-rays.
Not the
And safe to
make
say-
believe pretend
No,
one.
no. Yeah, it's safe to say I do have wisdom teeth, except one of them is like I don't need surgery for. It's the other three that they're like you might, but
Every time
yeah,
I
I
go, they
asked them.
keep telling me to take my to go ahead and schedule an appointment and take mine out. I just haven't, and I've been rocking it.
I don't. I haven't feeling. I mean, one of them is like almost all. One of them is almost like already like well in,
As
and
long
like my
as you
teeth are
don't
still
feel
normal.
anything, you're good. Once you start feeling pain,
That's what I'm
that's when
saying.
you need to take them out.
That's what I'm saying. But my dentist, she was like, or I asked her, I was like, when do you think that I should take them out? And she was like, honestly, before you get kicked off insurance. And I was like, all right, that's good advice. I'll take it. She's
True.
like, make it as free as possible. I was like,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. So
And this is the good dentist, not the basement one.
this is a good 10, not the basement one. I left her.
I don't know where
God knows where she
that
is.
wisdom teeth. I don't see no wisdom teeth.
What are those? Teeth have wisdom? Share some with me, please. Enlighten me. God. Yeah, welcome to the podcast. We're back.
Welcome everybody.
Nice little rant. Yeah. I got a bunch of little things planned for you, probably. Hopefully we don't go back off track like we just did again.
It makes for good content. What can I say?
It does make for good content, yeah. It does make for good content, but there are a few things we got to talk about.
All right. First one being the big meat and potatoes of the podcast episode. Iron lung.
The lung is iron. She ironed on my lung till I X-ray radiation. I don't know. I lost
She
track.
mark on my plier till my iron lung.
She mark on my plier till my lung becomes iron. Anyway, good movie. I enjoyed it. The movie had a lot of like mixed reviews, which for good reason, I will say.
Yeah,
for good
very
reason.
good reason. I understand.
But I also want to humbly come out and say, to my best friend, your opinion is wrong.
Oh, what's her opinion?
The movie was good. She hated it.
She hated it.
She hated it. She did not understand it. She hated it. She watched the full movie through and through. Even after I had to explain to her what everything was, she still said it's a shitty movie. I was like, all right, get out of here.
Is this the red one? The red-headed one.
Yes.
Yes.
Not redheaded anymore, but yes.
Ah.
Yeah. So if you're watching this, which I know you're not, your opinion is invalidated and wrong. But I don't know. The movie, like, what do you think, Jason? What do you think? Because I enjoyed it personally.
I loved it. I had a fun time watching it through the entire thing. I gave it like an 8.8 on my personal 1 through 10 scale, and I gave it like a 4.5 stars on Letterboxd.
Yeah, I think I gave it a 4. Oh, before we even go into this, there will be spoilers. So if you haven't watched Iron Lung,
Yes.
I highly, highly recommend you do. Not only for
Actually,
the fact that it's
no,
Markiplier.
you can't anymore. It was only out in theaters for a week.
Are you serious?
I'm being so serious right now. It was only out in theaters for a week. You missed
watch
your
his Let's
chance
Play.
if you didn't watch
You
it.
truly, yeah. You know, the movie's been out for so long. Like, you come on.
It
Come on
actually
now. If you
made
haven't seen it yet, what are
history.
you doing?
It's made history, and you missed it. You missed out on that history. You were not a statistic in that history.
Loser. What do you think it'll come out on streaming DVD? Like, what's the
Oh, it
next
has to be.
plan of action? Actually, I never really thought about that.
If it were me personally, I would post it on my YouTube, like post it on my channel.
He probably would, to be honest.
Dude, he already made
he
made more profit just from the
movie?
pre-sale.
The movie, yeah, he made $9 million from pre-sale or something. His budget was $3 million, and mind you, he didn't have any studio backing. He did it all out of pocket. All of it was himself. He hired the people. He found the people himself. He had like a producer, but he was the executive producer on it too. He just had some producers helping him, but they weren't like big shots. Like, this is all him. $3 million budget. He walked away with what, 21.7 million, or like close to 20. By this point, probably it's 22 million.
Yeah. Let's round it up. Let's round it up. 24. Because I think Send Help is at 27.
Okay, then yeah, let round it up 24 million.
Yeah.
And like, a lot of it also does have to go to the theaters. They all take a percentage. But it's still a ton of money, regardless of how much the theaters take. Because theaters,
it was only supposed to be in 50 theaters, by the way. 50.
Mhm. That's dude. He made such a profit. I'm also curious if it only released in 50 theaters, if he would make. I don't think he would make anywhere near that amount, to be honest.
I don't think he
I'm
would
curious.
have,
He
but
might have made profit, but not enough profit.
the reason why he was able to bring it out to as many theaters as he did across the U.S. was because of how much he made off of pre-sales.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like,
How much do you think he would have made if it was an international release?
dude,
Like,
international release,
dude,
I don't know, because it all
he,
this like, let's be real, it all depended on if you watch his channel.
mhm, pretty much. Like, if you just saw Iron Man, like the whole thing. This is like one of the things that I hate, Loki, because it's a true indie film.
Mm-hmm.
No true indie film is gonna make as much money as this one would, solely
No,
because Markiplier is plastered everywhere
everywhere,
whenever
yeah,
this becomes out. There's no Iron Lung release. It's Markiplier's Iron Lung releases. Like
yeah,
everywhere you go, that's all that it is. And so it's like good for him. But at the same time, it's just like, if anyone else were to make an indie movie with no other big name on them, they're not going to make anywhere near that amount of money.
yeah,
No way. Even if it's like a perfect film. This film wasn't perfect,
mm-hmm.
but even if it was a perfect film, nada.
Yeah. Like,
Like, and that's
literally,
kind of like the sad part, but it makes sense.
the closest example that we have to Markiplier is the Raka Raka guys with their 2 horror movies that
True.
they made, but they had
But they
A24
did work.
backing behind it.
They worked with
So,
Neon and A24 and stuff, yeah.
so
So
like,
a little bit different, but they are true. They are also true indie.
they're the only
filmmakers.
other, I would say, successful YouTubers that have made a
Mhm.
swap from YouTube
Yeah.
to film.
Mhm.
Not to
I'm
say
really
that
excited.
Markiplier's like swapping, but like he's the only other
Mhm.
person who's successed in it. It's not like
Yeah.
anybody like Lele Pons having some like C-list role in some crappy
Yeah.
horror movie.
Or like Alyssa Violet or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's nothing like that. And I really hope that this guy goes out and makes more,
Yeah,
like more films, because this was on, even like regardless of the service level, this is a really good adaptation
yeah,
of a video game.
dude.
It provided so much more context to the world. Like, yeah, it wasn't like a true like it was like a true adaptation, but it provided a lot more context to the world. It provided a lot more history. It made it a lot more enjoyable, to be honest, because the game is fairly boring if you're just watching it. Like it's fully based on the let's players to make it more interesting.
Yeah,
Um, and it ended the same way that the game did. It just gave us more into how it worked. Like and again, heavy spoilers.
yeah.
Like we will be talking about this movie. So your turn to turn away and never watch it up until he releases it 2 months later. But like in the game, I don't know how much you remember, but they never mentioned that the camera they use is an X-ray machine.
Yeah, they never mentioned that.
There's no radiation mentioned at all.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, that's kind of stupid. How can we make this make sense? Oh, I know. Let me die of radiation poisoning and
Yeah.
poison somebody else. Like, literally. In that scene, there's one thing that I'm going to praise this film for, and it is the makeup department. Whoever
Oh my
was in the
God.
makeup and the SFX department, oh my God, you deserve all $22 million.
Yes.
Because that was the craziest moment. Like, I know you said your favorite moment was the Blood Ocean part where he's like, right? He's
where
like
it's
waiting
the
in it
eyeball in the sky.
with the eyeball in the sky. Mine is whenever his arm gets ripped off. That
Same,
was
right? That was my
so-
second favorite part of the movie.
And like the bandages, him remove that. Dude, that was so
Oh
cool.
my God.
That was so cool to me, man. Like apart from all the blood and stuff they used, the special effects to create that was so lifelike. It was
Yes.
crazy. I love it. Love it.
Dude,
And he looks insane towards the end.
I forgot
too.
I was watching a indie movie during this. Like that is something like literally on par with current like A24 horror movies. Like that type
This
of
was like
CGI, dude.
Genuinely, you could not tell me the difference between like Sam Raimi directing this and controlling all the blood and Markiplier controlling all the blood.
Yes.
Like on par. The only difference is Sam Raimi likes his blood to be a lot redder.
Yeah.
That's the only difference. With Markiplier, it's like a more darker red.
Yeah, it was like a
For some shots,
dark
it depended on
crimson.
lighting. But yeah, it was like a dark crimson. It was very like, pudgy, I guess, like whatever. Or like viscous, I guess.
Yeah, very
But-
viscous.
But dude, it was insane. And like I forgot that it was the radiation that was the
Yeah.
biggest problem too. That's why he was like dying. Because in my head, I only watched it one time, but I thought back about it. In my head, I thought that was like just him going crazy again. Like the first time he went crazy, he started imagining the voice after passing out and stuff. But no, that was just what the radiation was happening because the idiot just kept clicking he put the tape up. He was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna let it run." Like,
Okay, so you're partially right on that. So I before the movie released and after, I went through like whole lore breakdown of like the game universe and everything, because this is all from like one single guy.
yeah.
The voice is a real thing. That is a real thing that he's hearing. Uh, because it's like all of these different ties back to Christianity. I'm not gonna go into that, but
Oh, I know.
we do hear the voice, but he is actually going insane at the end. And I never even thought about the radiation poisoning actually like being an effect of that. That is a really good point that you like pulled out.
Yeah, because I was like thinking about it. I was like, yeah, I thought he was going crazy like he is again, because like it's all the hallucinations and stuff. Um, but it's also just like, I mean, like in the beginning there, he was like he kept apologizing for blasting Jack with radiation, which that was Jacksepticeye, by the way.
Yeah, I know, I saw that.
And I was like, the second they said Jack, and I was like, the second they said Jack, I was like, oh yeah, that's him, found him. Like that's my boy. Um, but I feel like a lot of it is also kind of unexplained. Like I never watched like a lore breakdown. I just used whatever like I understood of it. I never understood in the very beginning of the film when you turn around, there's a body in the corner that shifted to a little pocket in the very beginning of the movie because he wasn't exposed to too much radiation at this time. So I never understood that. That same body then ended up coming back when
it was basically
just starting.
The Whisper. That's what it's officially titled under the cast. The Whisper, like messing around with his head.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you can confirm this or not. This is my own theory, but during the Quiet Rapture, all of the planets that disappeared all congealed into that blood moon, whatever they're on. And that blood is the collective blood of everybody that died. And that monster is the collective soul of everybody that has
like a hive mind.
died. Hive mind, essentially. That's my theory. No lore breakdowns, nothing. Just from what I watched the movie, because I also forgot about the game.
So that's actually right there a really popular fan theory that hasn't been confirmed or anything yet. But that is a really popular fan theory. So as far as I'm saying, I would like to say that is true.
It makes most sense in my head.
Sismansky.
Whichever.
Yeah.
That's like my working theory in my head, because it just makes the most sense to me. But regardless of the theory, like I thought it was done perfectly, and you can tell that he wanted it to be left up for interpretation. Like you can tell, and I like a lot of my friends didn't like that. They wanted it to explain. They were like confused by it. Me, that is exactly my type of sci-fi movie. I love those type of movies. I'm a sucker. I'll eat them up. It could be the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. I'll still eat it up, because if I could just sit down and think about it for 20 minutes and just be like, oh my god, this could mean so many different things. It's a good movie in my opinion. I don't necessarily need it to explain everything if I can work up the working theories myself. I'd like to have an answer, but then I feel like the answer would be too boring and be like, well, that's kind of dumb. You know what I mean?
It takes all the fun and the mysticism out of it. I'm also a huge fan of those type of stories, and I listen to like weekly podcasts like Creepcast, where they are constantly going over different stories that are built exactly like this, where it's open-ended, up to interpretation, no other sequels or anything, or they like people do make a sequel, but nobody cares about it. I love open-ended stuff where it's up to your interpretation of what is going on, because you're able to sit there and like just truly think about it for longer than what you like just went through either reading it or watching it. Like you said, you spent some time thinking after the movie about that whole hive mind theory, and turns out, wow, it's a big thing in the community already. If
it's like,
if stuff is like
sit down
answered specifically, like, oh, the Quiet Rapture was this, and this giant eyeball was this being, and the giant monster was this. Like sure. Would I like the explanation? Yeah. I would like it because it's confirming some stuff that I might be asking. But at the same time, you're taking away all of like the theory behind everything that a lot of people don't like to relish in what they just watched and like just let it sit.
Hmm.
Every time I watch a movie, I will either uh like on the drive back home, I'll like either put on a video and listen to it while I'm driving about like what I just watched, like a breakdown, or I'll put on a movie about like a video about like the movie's lore because I like to sit there, and it also makes me question like, oh, did I miss this part in the movie, or oh, did I like just completely skip out on this thing and it just went over my head, like the whole
Hmm.
radiation poisoning thing that you came up with. So
Hmm. No, I feel like it makes everything much more like you end up remembering a lot about the movie if you just kind of sit there and like essentially kind of like forced to think about. Which I know some people will be like, "Oh, but I don't want to do all that mental work." And I'm like, "Yeah, I
yeah,
get it." Like for specific movies, like I don't want that about a superhero movie.
yeah,
I don't want like a superhero movie to be up for interpretation. Like, well, did he save the day? Because that's
no,
not the formula. You know what I mean? It's like I
yeah,
want to see this guy succeed. But with this type of film, it's like you're brought into a brand new world. You don't know what's
mm-hmm.
going on. The only exposition you have is some narrator explaining the quiet rapture. You have people referencing it left and right.
Mm-hmm.
But apart from that, nothing. You're just like, okay, well, what is it? Like, did this happen? Did this thing appear because of this thing? Like, when you know just as much as the characters in the world, that's what makes it perfect. Because then you feel like one of the characters in that world.
Yeah,
It's like, okay, well, my working theory for why everyone disappeared is this, this, and this. It's just like, I don't know. It's really cool. I feel like, not thinking about it, it does kind of make sense. At least my theory. Have you seen Neon Genesis Evangelion? Or no?
I did watch it a while ago. I'm talking about like back in 2022. I watched it, and then me and you recently watched the movie.
End of Eva. Right, we did
Yeah,
see End of Eva. It reminds me of End of Eva,
yeah, it does.
where all of them kind of just like
Congeal into
become this
one thing.
blob.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like that's what the Quiet Rapture essentially did to all the life
Mm.
forms, and then it spawned into this giant blood moon. Um, and we know nothing about that planet either. We
Yeah.
know just as much. They're like, yeah, we don't know what's down there. Go check it out. Like,
Hmm.
we didn't know it was an X-ray machine until they literally said, yeah, that's an X-ray machine, idiot. Like, they just outright said that.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. It's great. I love that. But apart from the theories and stuff like that, Mark's acting also really good. I will say it
Yes.
did feel a little bit awkward at times,
Mm.
um, but also because he's coming from like being a YouTuber and like
Yeah.
voice acting, so you could tell like sometimes he was like voice acting, and then other times he was acting. Like his whole thing, whenever he broke the thing, and said "Shut the fuck up,"
Yeah.
like you tell that was acting. That
That,
you know
that
what I
was
mean?
him actually like getting into the
Yeah,
character. But what I really
exactly,
like about
exactly.
Mark and the way he gets into his characters, like it takes a while for him to like stew into it and be comfortable, like be comfortable with it. The first
Mm.
30 minutes of the movie, I have said it felt like I'm watching the Let's Play, where he's kind of just he you could see it's Mark pretending to be Simon, and then
Yeah,
later
exactly.
I say as soon as he hit, like he blasted everybody with radiation and they dropped him, as soon as they dropped him is when he kicked into Simon mode and he was
Yeah,
Simon. uh
because it was an actual like the other person was mad at him. Like it felt like he had like an actual reason to.
mhm.
Because like now that you mention, yeah, he was like, "Hey guys, why is this thing doing this?" Like he
Yeah.
like that's how he kind of talked. The second that like his voice started getting softer and louder. He had so
Mhm.
many different like variations in the way that he spoke. He'd keep bringing that back. Like it felt like. I think what also helped his acting. I'm not gonna lie. Is have you seen the behind the scenes photos?
I've seen some of his behind the scenes, not all of
the
them. So
rig the
I
rig
did
that
see the
they
rig.
filmed in was so cool, and I didn't expect it, and I think
Yes.
that's what helped, but I also think that's what hurt the film, in my
Mhm.
opinion. I think it helped Mark for sure because he only had that little room to act in.
Yeah.
That's it. So that also definitely helped him because then they could throw in blood left and right and be like, oh, what is that? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Not tell him that specific things are happening and force him to method act at times or whatever, like improv, not method act, but force him to like improv at times as well. Um, but what hurt the film was the camera work. The camera work and the editing. I did not like it. some of the shots were cool, but I had a lot of issues, and I get it. But coming from like me specifically, I was like, we could have done this a little better. I feel.
I was actually gonna say,
But who am I to critique? Who am I to critique?
there's only two things that I really thought hurt in the movie. At some points, when you're hearing the stuff on the speaker, it's very hard to interpret what they're actually saying. It's like almost like a mixing issue where it was a little too quiet.
The
over
sound
everything
design
else.
was horrible. Yeah.
And then I wish that the cameras inside of the rig weren't fixed and you can actually like see when he's flying, like the room spinning as he's flying, because my perfect example of this, I had no clue that he was like thrusted upwards when he flipped over the chair and broke it. I like at first I thought it was literally like somebody force pulling him across the room, and then I remembered in my head, oh yeah, they're on a rig that's throwing him.
Exactly. Like a lot of it, because it's fixed, you can hardly tell. Like when he flew all the way from the chair to hit the X-ray machine, back when he hit his head and stuff like that. Like that, I was like, okay, he definitely just got like force push, or it felt like they attached a rope to him and pulled him. But no, I'm pretty sure, like at least for some of it, he genuinely did fall. It was just weird because it's just in a fixed position. And because of that too, they didn't have a lot of, because they couldn't put another crew member in that box.
No.
It was super small. So like they only, like, as far as I understand the way they did it, they must have put holes where the camera would be.
That's where
and put
how
the
they
camera
did
through
have
that.
it. Yeah, they put the camera attached to a hole where you could see out of, and they basically like mounted the camera right there, and there was multiple cameras mounted around the thing.
Yeah, and like, I don't know. I feel like, excuse me, I feel like that's what hurt it a lot, especially in the last 15 minutes.
Yes!
Although it was so perfect, you can hardly tell what was going on.
Yeah.
Like, there were moments where you could, but then other times it's like, okay, are we under the blood? Are we over the blood? What exactly am I looking at? Because it's so shaky. And it sucks because they used a red camera, and red cameras are so beautiful, but god damn it.
Yeah, the shaky cam, you could definitely tell they used it because of how low of a budget they were working off of.
Yeah.
$3 million is a lot of money, but compared to all the equipment and stuff you have to use it
compared
for,
to what he
like,
had,
it's
80,000 pounds of blood.
Yeah,
like
most of it probably went to that. For the most amount of fake blood used in a movie.
It's 80,000 pounds of blood with 4 different types of blood used.
Yeah, so like,
and he had to go to the hospital because some of the blood got in his eye.
Yeah.
So.
And that's why he missed out on the FNAF movie.
Exactly. What a guy, what a trooper. But like, it's like stuff like that where it's like that's where I have a problem, and especially the sound editing as well. I thought, like, again, if you're gonna have a movie where there's like a lot of like voices, like a lot of the story and a lot of the plot is heard through a loudspeaker, you got to make it a little bit clearer or add subtitles or something. Because a lot of times, like, I could understand it, and then other times I couldn't. It didn't help that my theater was pretty quiet as well. The movie started, like, it was really quiet. I don't know if your theater was like that.
Everybody was dead silent in this theater that I was in, which I was surprised. It was a sold out theater on the second to last showing of the night, and it was dead silent.
Damn.
Yeah. Like, I really got to give people respect for going into this movie, because, again, a lot of people watching this movie are Markiplier fans, and
so they'll have respect, yeah.
And he even, like, said before the release, like, hey, we're not going to have a Minecraft 2 a Minecraft situation. I heard like stories from some people who actually had the Iron Lung movie playing in theaters. Like, of course, you have your few bad apples that fall from the tree, but most of it, like, they were scared. They were so scared that it was going to be another Minecraft situation, but they were really surprised at how well everybody had behaved going in.
Because they understand it. It's his first feature film. Yeah. And again, most of the people going in are fans of him, so they're gonna be respectful. They'll be like, "Yeah, this is his film. Let's show him respect." Like, and we want to see what he put out. We want to enjoy it. Like, he's made a few YouTube films before, like,
but
like, nothing to of this magnitude.
Markiplier in space, which is another thing. Like, I think it was a heist with Markiplier. you can, that's the same thing where you could tell it took him to get a minute, like it took him a minute to get in the character, and once he was in character, like he was good, he was so confident, and he did amazing.
Yeah.
Man, like there's just no bad notes on this movie other than the few things just while making it, but that all relied on budget, which I really don't give him too much like negativity.
No,
towards.
I gotta remember that it isn't. By the end of the day, it is an indie film. No studio backing.
No.
This is all him. He found the people. Like it's funny enough. The movie was edited by him and his editor for his YouTube channel.
Yeah,
and a few other people. Like it's edited by themselves. And I will say, I feel like that's also what I feel like it's another thing that hurt the movie and why it was so long. Because I feel like he could have cut down some parts. But the one thing that they tell us is that you never want to be a director and an editor. You can be an actor and a director, one thing. You never want to edit and direct because you're going to want to keep everything that you've shot in there. Like you're going to want to. I had a close friend of mine. He's an amazing filmmaker. Like I love him. I love his stuff, what he does. But my editing professor had to like talk to him and be like, hey, listen, did you also like when he showed like his rough cut, she was like, did you also edit this? And he was like, yeah, I did. Like, I edited it. She was like, okay, I highly recommend that we sit down and cut down some parts because you could benefit a lot. And it's like, yeah, like, while the film was good, a lot of it was dragged out because you want to keep the performances.
Yeah.
And it doesn't help that guy acted in it and he was the only person on the screen. So, like, yeah, he's probably going to think, like, oh, yeah, but I said this line really well. I want to keep that in. It's like, yeah, but you don't need to keep that in. Like, it kind of served no purpose for us. They just made a movie 2 hours long. The original game runtime, if you beat it, it's like an hour. It takes an hour to beat the game. The movie was 2 hours. Like, which I get he added so much stuff in, but he definitely could have cut down on some parts for sure.
There's some parts, yeah. There's a lot of moments where it is dead silent and he's like staring off at something. Like, yeah, he could cut down on some of it. A lot of people now, we discussed it last time, people don't have really good attention spans anymore, so they won't sit down through a 2-hour movie, which I feel like it is really standard now. A lot of movies are getting longer, but people just aren't willing to sit down through that without any distractions, and when they do, they'll take something like this and be like, oh, well, it was so boring, and I, wasn't distracted. He could definitely cut down on a few things, but, like, I just keep giving him leeway because,
yeah,
his first ever, like, feature film released into theaters, and, like, he was given a box of scraps to work with.
Yeah.
Like,
Markiplier made this film in a cave with a box of scraps.
He made this film with a box of scraps in a giant box. Which, speaking of,
yeah, no, like I don't want to keep glazing, but
oof, man,
it is a new film, and it's a good one at that. Highly, highly, highly recommend. Even though it's not in theaters anymore, allegedly, severely recommend this film. It is so good. Like for given his background and everything like that, like it is a very good film. I highly recommend it. Everyone should watch this at some point.
Yes. So when it comes to Iron Lung and how well it did in the box office, did you hear about the box office like charts fiasco?
Okay. Unfortunately.
For anybody else that doesn't know, the first 2 days he was the Iron Lung number one movie in the world. It beat out Send Help by Sam Raimi, released at the same time, and Melania with Zootopia and Avatar right on its heels. For Melania, there's plenty of reasons why that one didn't make nearly as much
surprised?
Money. It only made $7 million, and I'm pretty sure that is all because of just Donald Trump putting $7 million to it and saying, "Oh wow, numbers."
And all of his friends doing that. Amazon paid like what, $400,000 for the rights.
I'm pretty sure Bezos
$40,000 or $400,000. He was. I remember him saying about how he bought it for Trump and stuff.
Yeah. Melania, bad documentary, bad movie.
Real quick on the topic of Melania, because I need to say this. I heard that. Okay, so there are some Regal theaters that got Melania popcorn buckets. Unfortunately, we didn't. Um, but there are Melania popcorn buckets, and no one sold any of them because no one wants them apart from old white people. And so I heard from my other manager from another theater, they're trying to give them away for free. Like they replace like the popcorn bucket because we'll do this every once in a while. If like a popcorn bucket doesn't sell for like for example the some of like the base standard Dune popcorn buckets, not all
Yeah.
of them sold. So at some point we'll turn them into like large popcorn buckets and then be like, hey, we're gonna sell these as larges. So you get like you pay the price of a large and you get a Dune popcorn bucket, right?
Okay,
Like we'll do
yeah.
that, but that's like few months after,
Mhm.
once it hasn't sold and we still have that stock just to get rid of it.
Yeah.
With them, they immediately started, and it's like it's either plastic or metal, but it's not like a bag because like for Mercy we got like small popcorn bags that we replaced, right? You don't have to
Okay.
pay extra; they're just popcorn bags. But for this, it's like an official like bucket, right?
What does
And
the
so
bucket even look like?
I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up, but it's
I'll
really
throw it up
ugly.
right here.
It's a super simple bucket, but it's like that's what it looks like. And what like some other theater did was because they couldn't sell any of them, they swapped that out for mediums, I think. And people are actively rejecting buying medium popcorn buckets because they know that they had to replace it. And everyone's like, listen, we can't do anything. We have to get rid of this somehow. Like, we'll give it to you for free. And people are like, no, we don't want it. Like,
I'm looking at the picture now. That is hilarious.
it's ugly. It's a really ugly bucket. Like, there's nothing.
It's
There's
just
nothing
the
interesting.
poster for it, and it's a
It's
white
just the
bucket with
poster.
the poster.
Exactly. There's nothing interesting about it or anything like that. And like obviously no one's gonna buy that. I'm actually so curious as to how much it is, but it's $13.
$13.
Which I mean, for popcorn that's fair. That's the
Yeah.
price of our large popcorn. But that's still crazy. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no one does that. We had like my theater. We had like these like Melania like custom movie tickets or whatever the hell. No one picked them up. They're still.
Wow.
They're still. I think somebody like grabbed a stack and just threw it away. And we're like, all right, like
Takes it off our
like,
hands.
I was like, sure. Go. You want to throw away more for us? Like I actually think like people did that too. It's just like you can do whatever you want with them, man. I don't care.
That's so
But,
crazy. But
yeah.
yet, Iron Lung couldn't get popcorn buckets everywhere. I'm so furious.
I'm shocked that we didn't get some. Because I specifically, a few weeks before, like, or as soon as we found out, I asked and I was like, yo, can we please get some? Nothing. And, like, my manager was like, yeah, we could try. Nothing. They never gave it to us. Other theaters got them. We didn't.
I'm at least happy that Mark is an amazing guy and he put the 3D print file
True.
up on the internet
True.
for you to just go and do it. And didn't he make
Mhm.
it free?
Yeah, it's free. It actually, if you print one out and bring it to a theater, you were able to get a free small popcorn.
That's amazing, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That's
You can
actually
get a free
just
small
amazing.
popcorn if you 3D print it and bring it to any theater. Like they gave us rules. Like if anyone brings us that popcorn bucket, we have to give them a free small popcorn. Like we don't ring it up. We just got to spoil one off.
Wanna know what y'all should do? Take the Melania popcorn buckets, paint them, and remake them into the Iron Lung popcorn buckets.
Give me
and
a minute.
Start sending them out.
Give me 1 minute.
Dude, oh my god.
But yeah, no. That's pretty much like the Melania thing. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, the
Yeah.
box office stuff.
Yeah, he peaked at number 1.
If you want to
first
continue
2
explaining
days. Peaked at number 1 first 2 days. The third day, he got taken off. Iron Lung got taken off the charts. So it was only Send Help, Melania, and the other few movies that are still out in theaters right now. And a lot of people are saying, it was always on the charts. Some people are saying like they took it off to make the other movies look better. Because let's be real, Iron Lung being number one with no studio backing, half the budget, or not even half, a third, eighth of the budget of the other movies out right now, and it's number one doing better. It's dog walking on everybody. It does not make Hollywood movies look good right now, and I like that. I really do like that. It brings some change right now. He can make that with a box of scraps in a box. You guys can make a good movie with $2 billion back behind it. Looking at you, Marvel and Disney. But yeah,
if I'm not mistaken either, I could be wrong, but didn't I know some directors went out and said, "Hey, this is actually a really good movie."
Yeah.
I don't know if Sam Raimi outright said anything about it or not. I feel like I saw I know somebody went out, some big name, and said, "Hey, congratulations on the new movie." So people are enjoying it, but it's just studio execs that are like, "Well, we can't have this. He used no studio, impossible." I don't know if they said, but when he was going to set up to send this film out, everyone was like, "Hey, so what studio helped you on this?" Or what studio? He was like, "Nothing." He's like, and they were like, "Okay, no Markiplier Studios, anything?" He's like, no. You don't have one on your own. He's like, mm-mm.
No.
They try and pop a studio in there, but nothing.
And again, I feel like this right here, hopefully it makes a good change for Hollywood movies coming out.
One can dream.
One can only dream. But dude, people are, I say people, the big wigs up in Hollywood are saying, "Oh, you're so crazy for doing this with no studio backing. You're not gonna make it." And you know what? The critics even said the same thing. This was a bad movie because of this and that and this. We all know critic reviews should never be trusted anymore. Not a single critic review should be trusted.
We start with IGN. We start with them. Then we move on to Rotten Tomato scores and all that, because
did you see what IGN gave them? They gave Iron Lung a 4.
It was a 6.
They gave it a 4.
A lot worse than I thought. It's just so stupid, especially the Rotten Tomato thing, because it'll be 60, 70% of Rotten Tomatoes from the user reviews and stuff like that, but it's it'll be 40,000 people wrote a review, so obviously the ratio is gonna be different. And it's 10%. 6 reviews. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. If 4 people say no, then it's gonna be a lot lower than what you think it's gonna be. And it's really dumb, and I hate the Rotten Tomato system so much, because they put it in fine print as well. They put the giant green splat in the fine print. 2 people said they didn't like it, and that's it. It's really dumb. But I stopped. I genuinely I stopped watching trailers for films. Unless they're at the theater, then I'm forced to watch it. But I stopped watching trailers for movies. I stopped looking at critic reviews and focusing on them. Even user reviews too. On Letterboxd, I'll go in, find the funniest ones, be like, "Oh, haha, that's funny," and then just watch it on my own and form my own opinion. Because I learned that not to trust it. And trailers are always so misleading as well. They also spoil a lot of. I don't know what the trend is with a lot of movies and their trailers, but they'll just outright spoil the ending of the film, and it's okay, so what is the point of that trailer then? If I already know what happens, if I get to pick and guess what's gonna happen, I don't want to watch it.
Iron Lung is an example of a good trailer that leaves you questioning, what is this movie about? What's going on? I need to go see it. All it is Mark in the sea of blood. You don't see the giant eyeball, but it's that moment when he's coming up out of the blood water, and he looks back, and it's the title card rising out of the blood. That is a good trailer. That's something I like to see, and if I want to know more about it, I'll look into it. Oh man, what's a recent movie that came out or is coming out, and you can already tell what's going on?
See, I don't know, because I don't watch trailers.
Yeah, that's right. You just said that. Whoops.
Yeah, I actually wouldn't know. Or a movie that would. I know.
I miss the funny, the good trailers back in like the early 2000s. Like one of my favorite ones ever is for Hitch with Will Smith and Kevin James.
Mhm.
You get the basic premise. It's this big chud going out into the world trying to find a girlfriend, and Will Smith is the Giga Chad that helps the chud find the girlfriend. But they do it in like the funniest way possible, where they take like the highlight reel of some moments that happen, and they'll put it with a catchy song. Boom, ship it out. That's it.
That's it.
We need to do
I
more of
do miss
those.
those because it'll be like they have like the whoosh sound effects every time I see him pass
Yeah.
by, whatever the slaps, the freeze frames, like in a world, like that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like when a boy, like like, they'll have like that type of stuff, and it's like fun to watch. Like I remember watching trailers for like The Pacifier and like Daddy's Daycare and stuff like that. Like that, like there's another one with it's like another spy becomes a babysitter for whatever reason. I forgot. I think Jackie Chan plays in it. I forgot what it was called. I think it was like Spy Next Door or something like that. But it's like those shows are so fun to watch because like, oh my god, what like this is so goofy. I want to see this. Like, but now it's like this is so goofy. I want to see it. I was just like, thanks.
Yeah. Now
That's
now
it.
it's here's
Nothing
the
burger.
entire premise of the movie, and here it is.
They'll even do like like a spoiler thing where it's like, oh, guess who? What character is being in this one? And it's just like, okay, thanks you. I guess like I did not need to know that. Well, I know what Marvel's been doing for the longest time was they'll digitally alter what
Yeah.
characters are, and you could tell because it'll just be like someone standing like this, and you're like, well, that's a weird shot. There's supposed to be like four other people in this frame, and they
Yeah.
just digitally alter it, and it's like, what's just don't show me that frame. Like I don't need it then.
Like
Like show me
Infinity
something
War.
completely different. Yeah, but they even did
Or
that with Endgame though. Even did that
yeah.
with Endgame. Whenever the thing came out, like you could tell there's so much space behind him, and it's like okay, or like in Infinity War, whenever Tony was on the street looking up, like
Mhm.
four other people were supposed to be in there as well. Like it's just stupid.
Whenever everybody's running to fight Thanos in Infinity War, when
Yeah,
the Hulk is running behind and it's just Mark and it's Mark
the
Ruffalo
Hulk
in
Buster.
the Hulk
Yeah,
Buster armor.
not to be confused with Markiplier
Yeah,
for
yeah,
those.
not
Yeah,
Markiplier.
that's not to be confused.
He did not make Avengers Infinity War. If you didn't know that, he did not make that.
Yes, unfortunately, he was in the hospital during that time, so he was unable to attend the film shoots for Avengers: Infinity War.
He was in the writer's room creating, like, just working up the script for Iron Lung.
Unfortunately, they had to move the writers' room to the hospital because he was still in the hospital.
Man.
But yeah, it's like they do like these stupid stuff with trailers. It's sort of like nothing burgers. But yeah,
So
it's crazy
stupid.
how like they would just take like they took away his numbers, and he already spoke about it. He's like, well, that's weird. Friday I was up here. Saturday I'm nowhere to be seen.
Yeah,
Like he's not. They didn't even move him down. Wiped him.
yeah. And I heard some articles were getting backlash for taking him off of their sites, which rightfully so. He
Mm-hmm.
deserves to be, if he's at the top, he deserves to be crowned at the top.
I'm.
What's up? What was you gonna say?
I want to say I'm very curious about something because I'm not sure about the rules for awards and stuff. But
Mm,
would he qualify for like not like necessarily like
for
an
like an
Oscar, but
Oscar,
would he qualify?
yeah, something
Would he,
like
like
it.
that's like the most extreme version, but like would he qualify for film awards if he hasn't used a studio, if he worked independently? Do independent films? Is there like a specific subcat? Because I know the Oscars don't have. I don't believe they have a category for independent films. And I know you can win like Cannes awards and stuff like that, like best film at a film festival. But as far as I know, he never submitted to film festivals either.
Yeah.
So I'm curious if he either A will be or B is going to be in the running if he made that much money. Because I mean, I don't know if Send Help is going to be in the running for an Oscar or anything like that, but like, would that constitute? Would that work?
I would like to say that he would, purely off of it being sent to the box office.
Yeah.
Like,
Real quick, also though, could you imagine? Like, let's say he was at the Oscars, whatever his film was nominated. You just see like Robert Downey Jr., Mark Ruffalo, like Tom Cruise, Markiplier, like Ryan Reynolds, like just
no, see, the difference
stand
is
across the room and see Markiplier, like
See, the difference is the only people sitting at Markiplier's table are going to be like probably Ethan Nestor, Jacksepticeye, and his girlfriend, and
Yeah, just a hodgepodge of
everybody
random
else is
ass
going to be like
people.
away from him, like he's got the cheese
It's
touch.
you think they put them at the kids table of the Oscar,
Yeah,
like in some back corner, like
he's only able to bring in Chica because nobody else would be in that area.
yeah.
Dude,
God,
I'd
man.
really love to say that he would be like eligible for a nomination, but I don't know how the nominations work.
I don't know either. I
Like
never really paid
this
attention
is
to much of
really a
them.
niche thing that is
Yeah.
brand new that needs to be like
hmm
discussed.
Yeah. Like I know there's independent like animated films, yeah, but I don't know how much concept. I doubt he'll be winning Best Picture for sure, but like
No.
something and like best like makeup design, even though they don't have that either. Like best costume design, whatever. Like I'm curious if like he could at least be nominated for it.
Yeah, I'd like him to
You know
be
what I mean?
nominated for something in there.
Especially if
Something
he
of the
won an
universe.
award or like is we're the world record holder for the most blood used. Like there has to be a special effects nomination for him
Yeah,
at the very least.
at the
I would love to see
very
him being
least.
nominated for special effects. Like I
Mhm.
don't think he deserves best picture or anything like that. I do think he deserves like a nomination for special effects.
Yeah. Yeah, he really does. Like
hmm
he deserves some award. I don't know which one. I don't care what he wins. He deserves something for
hmm
this movie. Like cuz
Maybe a gold star participation trophy. Like
yeah,
so long as he's recognized, like I do think this film deserves to be recognized.
you can already kind of start seeing its influence on things like after this like it was like a few days after Send Help and that released The Strangers Part 3. Terrible movies, by the way. But The Strangers Part 3 started doing their marketing for everything. And they're making it very blood themed. I get it, it's a horror slasher movie. But the ad I got was on both Reels and TikTok, where it's some masked figure standing in front of like a wood chipper and it's spewing out blood. Uh,
hmm
Maybe I'm just reaching, but they're trying to do the hey, this movie had a lot of blood and it did good. We're gonna have a lot of blood in it.
Yeah, I do agree with you. If Sam Raimi and Markiplier dropped the same week, both films are notoriously known for blood use. Like Sam
Yeah,
Raimi, that's just his thing,
that's
and
his thing.
Markiplier, like it's called Iron Lung, and the only thing you see on the poster is just red. So it's just like, yeah,
Yeah,
that makes sense. But I do also think, apart from like just advertisements, I think going forward, it will have a much larger influence on video game adaptations.
yes.
Very recently today, the trailer for what is it?
Exit 8.
Uh, Exit 8. Yeah, that's what it was. I think it was something. The trailer for Exit 8 dropped, and that's also a niche. It's like a niche Japanese horror game.
Yeah,
And it's getting a movie adaptation. Um, and like it's been in the works for a long, long while. Yeah, but I like starting now. I do genuinely think that there will be a larger calling to make video game adaptations out of much shorter games and like
yes.
more niche games because they deserve it. Like a lot of their stories are really good. You get the right person, if someone gets their right hands on it, and it could be really really good. I don't think it needs to be like an Uncharted situation
No.
or like any other situation like that.
Like the Mortal
Um,
Kombat movies.
exactly. Another one that's also kind of crazy. Sakamoto Days is getting a live action, and that they released a trailer, and that also looks. I'm not gonna lie, that looks pretty good for like an anime adaptation, live action. Like the casting's really good. Like the casting kind of works, and it has the same goofy style as the manga does. So just like I feel like going forward after the whole One Piece and the Iron Lung stuff,
Yeah.
hopefully I can only pray. And the downfall of Silent Hill, I can
Oh my
only
god.
pray that it just gets better from here. Because I think by
Yeah.
this point it's not new. Like anime adaptations are not new. Video game adaptations they're not new.
No, they're not.
So everyone kind of knows what to expect. The studio knows it's not going to half-ass it. Um,
Do you even remember that Until Dawn came out last year?
yes, because someone brought it up to me earlier, but no. Um, well, it's Until Dawn is a very interesting case because the director said it's not based off the game. It just has the same name because they thought of the same idea that the game had and said, well, if we add a tagline that's really long, it'll separate it.
No. Everybody thought it was gonna be
The
like the
first
game.
because your name is Until Dawn, one of the biggest story games ever.
They literally
Like,
used Peter Strom, like Shaman or Strama, like whatever his name is, that is in the game. They had him in the movie in the same exact role that he was, and they literally showed people going up to the cabin from the game, and had
cabin?
Rami Malek in the files.
Yes. Literally, they had the cabin. I can't remember if there was snow. They didn't have the Wendigo. I almost said Wendigo.
They did have the
didn't
Wendigo. The Wendigos were the things they were running and fighting from.
Wait, are we talking about the game or the movie? The movie didn't have them.
The movie and the game. The movie did have them.
Did it?
Yes. Remember the whole seeing her sister thing? She was a Wendigo at that point. She turned into. He specifically said she turned into a Wendigo.
Yeah, that was a reshoot line. You know damn well it was.
It was.
You know damn well the second they released it, everyone was like, "Oh, like the game." They're like, "There's a game." Like, you know damn well.
Oh my god! Don't even talk about the Halo TV series. Don't even talk about that crap.
I actually forgot about that. Okay, wait. The Samir and Jason of days past are yelling at me right now, going, "Stop it! You're going off track!
Stop it!
Ow! I'm brain blasting into the past, and I could tell them yelling at us from the future." Like, God, yes. End of conversation. We're not doing that.
End of it.
And again, all you need to know that I just hope after the success of Iron Lung, and like it just adaptations just get better and better and better because people know what to expect, and like studios know, okay, we can't half-ass this. No one's gonna like it. We might as well put the work in for spending $1 billion on this.
Yes.
Like, it's surprisingly, who would have known?
Look, The Last of Us Season 1, really good. Highly acclaimed, like it should have been. It followed super closely to the games. They brought in people who worked on the game for Season 1, and it performed amazing. That was a prime example of what you need to do with a video game adaptation. Season 2, that's not what you need to do with a video game adaptation. Uncharted, Mortal Kombat, that's not what you need to do with a video game adaptation. If you stick to your source material, I'm not saying it has to be one-to-one with the game, but if you stick to the source material and at least put an effort that, hey, you looked into it, you have a built-in audience for that game. Just stick to it, and you'll have a good movie that'll make good sales. I don't know what like producers and studios have gotten into their heads where, oh, if we slap the name of this popular IP, it'll make oodles of money no matter what. Like, yeah, sure, but wouldn't you make more money if you have a good movie?
And more rep, and your actors who signed up for the film are going to get more roles because the movie ended up doing good. It's not, I feel like they're forgetting that it's not just about the money. It's about like the thousands of people that worked on the hundreds of people that worked on like a film that need more jobs after that film. If you go up to them and be like, "Oh yeah, I worked on this, Silent Hill 2," then we're like, "Ooh," like, "Ooh," like, and then it's just not gonna turn out well. It's, you know what I mean? It's just like, put the effort. Like, now there's a difference between studios not caring and directors just being really bad. Like this, like first, I keep referencing Silent Hill because God, but like for that one, the director was just bad. Like, let's be real here. Mercy, the director was just bad. Let's be real here. Like, it really just truly depends. But a lot of times with adaptations, I think it's just a lack of ignorance, less so of like original films. That one is just pure skill. Adaptations would just be like blissful ignorance. Like, I don't care for the source material. I just read the back of the game DVD, a game CD, and call it a day.
While we're still on this, before we move to another topic, Markiplier, please make a mouth-washing movie. We need that. We need that.
I need to watch that. My little brother kept recommending me to play that game because I have it, but I just haven't played it yet. But I've only heard good things about that game.
It's another space horror game that is another indie game. It got more popular recently, I think within the last year or so. But it fits into the same genre as Iron Lung, and I think Markiplier would do a fantastic job at making a movie for that and adapting it. Let him take his time off, but he needs to make it. He needs to make it.
Say no more. One of these days, I got this in my hands. We're about to see this. Silent Hill 3, baby. Silent Hill 3. Continuing the legacy. Yeah, no. One good dream.
Sticking onto the topic of movies, you sent me this earlier, but Bob Iger is stepping down as the Disney CEO.
We won.
Been ruining Disney since
the day he was born. Yeah. I don't know if his replacement's going to be any good. I don't know who his replacement is. I'm not going to lie. Never heard of him before in my life.
He already won me over a little bit with his statement about AI.
Oh, then that's it. That's all I need to hear.
Did you
honestly,
hear it?
I feel like I did not hear a single thing about this.
I think it was in the post that you sent me, but he said he's not going to focus on the use of AI because Disney was built off the backs of creative people.
Thank you. Literally. Walt Disney didn't lock himself in a cryo chamber for this. All right, let's be real here. We know that guy's alive right now, but he didn't lock himself in a cryo chamber for nothing. All right,
he's like Master Chief in the cryopod. Just
pretty much, yeah. A Futurama. He's fried right now. I think that's what we got in there. They're like, "Sir, it's ready for you." He's like, "Oh, great. Let me just grab this last slice of pizza." Oh no!
But I'm so happy because we went into the topic, I think last episode or a few episodes ago, but like the use of AI
at this point.
Use of AI is killing the creative sector, and if you start getting rid of it and you put people in charge that don't care for it, you're winning the people over. Like
all of summer, I wrote like the last 2 semesters before the last semester I had. I did nothing but just those are like my heavy like English classes I had to take. I did nothing but write essays about that stuff. I have so many papers on that because that's like that was like the pinnacle of it pretty much. Like right now it's kind of dying down. But back like last summer, it was booming. Because of all these new technologies that were coming out and stuff like that. Like, it was crazy. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, we talk about AI like every episode.
Yeah. We're not going to go into the rabbit hole, but
yes,
I did
there's
like
a lot of rabbit holes,
and
we're in a minefield right now.
I have more faith in what he's going to be bringing to Disney.
Mm-hmm. It's like we're playing Minesweeper right now, except we're this close to failing the level. Every episode that we shoot feels like a Minesweeper game.
We're on 1 of 3 lives.
Yeah.
One more rabbit hole and we're turning off the podcast for today.
Yeah. God. Wait, real quick.
Yes.
Cool. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
2 hours later. 12 o'clock midnight. Tomorrow.
So you know how recently I've had like a whole thing, like kind of in every podcast where I'd have like a little like thank you moment or like an I hate you moment.
Yes.
Or whatever. I think it's time because I haven't done this yet. For this episode to do my little thank you moment.
Okay.
I want to thank Jeffrey Epstein for introducing my life to loot boxes. Thank you, Jeffrey Epstein.
Arigato, Epstein.
Arigato, Epstein-san.
Arigato, Epstein-san. Okay. For those who don't know, what did they say? 1 million pages came out within the last week or so.
I don't believe it.
It was so
I don't believe 1 million.
But there was more pages added to the Epstein files, and one of them had a really big, lovable guy in the Blizzard community, Big Bobby Kotick, who was the president of Activision around the time of, I think the messages was 2013. Yeah, 2013. So, upon the full list of everybody that was on the island, and everybody Epstein was emailing, Big Bobby Kotick was one of them. And 2013, if we remember right, did no Overwatch or anything, and no microtransactions
that
in video
motherfucker
games.
released 2016.
No microtransactions in video games at this point, other than a few DLCs. So Bobby Kotick and Epstein had multiple emails back and forth about them talking about different things, Xbox games, probably Epstein's FNAF porn folder, but that's a different
Right.
story for a different time.
Right.
But
Where are those files? Give me those. Let me see what's in those.
the pages are mixed in. That you think I'm joking? That's a real thing.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
I know. That was the first thing I heard whenever the files came out. I was like, yeah, this guy was in a FNAF. I was like, what? Did you watch Markiplier?
He probably did. I'm not even lying. He probably did.
He's playing the games. Is that the Bite of 87?
He has a Minecraft Let's Play series. It keeps
Where are those
getting
at?
better, but
Oh, yeah.
I think it's like
Jeffrey
Guns
Epstein,
of
the Minecraft
Blazing
YouTuber?
513 or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, good old Epstein and Bobby Kotick were throwing some ideas around about what stuff they can add to video games. That's when the idea of loot boxes and microtransactions started ringing in their ears. They started getting the dollar signs in their eyes. So
And little Samir, they knew who they were catering to. One of the little kids was little Samir. And boy, howdy, did that start a gambling problem for me. I love loot boxes. I love them so much. I don't care what anybody says. I love loot boxes.
we'll throw it up on screen, but the email says, "I'm all for indoctrinating kids into an economy. You gotta love how his example for real world rewards is virtual items in games. X Prize is a good idea, but key is real world rewards. Learn to read. You earn cell phone minutes, iPhone credits, virtual items in games." And I don't know where the other ones, like the other things are. That's the most popular of the emails. There's another one with Big Bobby Kotick. This is sent to him. "Thanks, but rather see you. Taking girls after to Bel Air. No thanks, I'm in Long Beach. I'm here but tied up during the day. Do you want my 407 to fly to Hawthorne?" And then they're like basically talking about seeing girls and going to the island. The two things they really talked about a lot was going to Epstein's Island and how can we indoctrinate kids into the economy.
They indoctrinated me.
And you know what? I could tell that Epstein was behind Call of Duty microtransactions all along, because COD points, put them together, what does it make? CP.
Oh my god. Jason, you're a genius. You are a... Hold on a minute. Wait a minute.
He was behind it all along. And Bobby Kotick knew. He knew he could tease us with it.
Black Ops in 2010 had COD points, but they came back in 2015 in Black Ops 3.
So COD points in Black Ops 1 was something completely different. You earned those in wager matches on like a ranked play system thing. They used to have this wager match system where you can bet points. It basically like a gambling thing, but it was all free. You didn't spend real world money on it, and like you said, they got rid of it until Black Ops 3, which is in 2015. 2015. How many years was that after Epstein and Bobby Kotick were talking?
About 2 years.
2 years. And you want to know what also was in Black Ops 3? Supply crates. Supply drops. 2016. What releases? Overwatch. What do they have? Loot boxes. What studio owns both Call of Duty and Overwatch? Activision Blizzard. And again, who was the president of it at the time? Big Bobby Kotick.
In total, the Illuminati. It's like the Ryan Higa episodes on YouTube whenever he was doing the theories and stuff, conspiracy theories. That literally what we sound like right now.
Man, you know how
God,
everything is like a JoJo's reference? Everything is tied to Epstein nowadays.
Hold on. let's not run over there real quick.
What? I just made it to part 3. I'm 8 episodes deep.
True. I am really happy that you're on there.
I'm catching
Finally,
up.
he's watching
to,
JoJo's.
I'm catching up to JoJo's before Steel Ball Run comes out, and that way we could talk about it when it's airing.
Jesus Christ on a dinosaur. It'll make sense one day. But yeah, no, that is genuinely crazy with the whole loot box system.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Everyone calls me crazy for loving loot boxes, but notice how Overwatch 2 was a flop. They didn't have loot boxes. Notice how Overwatch 1 was amazing. They had loot boxes. I'm noticing a very distinct trend. Speaking of Overwatch as well, I don't know if you heard the news recently. They dropped the 2. We're back to Overwatch.
Yeah, we're back to Overwatch, baby.
We're back to Overwatch. And notice how Overwatch 2 used to not have loot boxes, and then they brought them back. And they brought him back. And funny enough, that's when I started playing Overwatch. When I heard that they brought him back. Loot boxes bring people together. Truly. Gambling. Gambling is just a beautiful art. It's a beautiful art. And I love spending money on in-game cosmetics that I'm never going to touch ever again. Nor see. Overwatch is a first-person game. I don't know what's going to rock it. I got the Torbjorn beach outfit where you can see his Torbjorn titties, and I don't see them in game, but it's enough for me to know that they're there within my soul. His 2 giant pepperonis.
At least in Marvel Rivals, it's third person.
At the very least, but you know what? Notice how Marvel Rivals doesn't have loot boxes. And, it's a questionable game at best. They had recent scandals. We covered it.
Yeah.
Overwatch never had that. In fact, Overwatch gave birth to...
Overwatch never had scandals, guys.
Never. They never had anything. But at the very least, they had more scandals than Marvel Rivals. And notice what they had. They got loot boxes.
Marvel Rivals was never tied to Epstein. You want to know why?
Nope.
Because they don't have loot boxes.
They did have loot boxes. Dude, God. On a real note, Overwatch actually gave birth to 2 such beautiful things. C9 as a term, if I'm not mistaken, stemmed from Overwatch, and it's still used to this day. And England and all of them banning online gambling because of Overwatch and their loot box system. And so many other countries were like, this is the worst thing in the world. Our kids are spending all of our money.
Meanwhile, America and the Epstein followers up in the government are like, woo, have our kids gamble, virtual items, woo, I love that.
It's truly a beautiful thing. Thank you. Why am I looking? Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jeffrey Epstein.
I gotta look down, not up, because that boy ain't nowhere.
Yeah.
That boy ain't up.
Ain't no way that guy is in heaven.
Nowhere near. That spot's reserved for Toji. Canonically true, by the way.
Yes.
If you're a JJK fan, if you're a
canonically
JJK fan
true.
and have not been keeping up with any of that, Toji Zenin is in heaven, actually.
Yes.
Gigi drew him with angel wings and a halo. That when he died, that guy is in heaven. He made it to heaven. So
When a specific big name character dies, and we see him in heaven, we see Toji in the background, looking clueless as ever, looking for
Yep.
probably a slot machine.
or some spare change down in like a couch.
Yeah.
Either one.
Oh my god.
God.
This is
Yeah,
ridiculous.
good shit. It is ridiculous. It's very ridiculous, but thank you all for watching.
Thank you all for watching. Do we want to call it here?
We can. We
Okay.
can. I think this is a good.
That's
I
a
did
good
my
send off.
thank you. I think I did my thank you segment.
I
So-
also did my thank you, thanking Jeffrey
Yeah.
Epstein.
Yeah. Thank you for all never mind.
Thank you for all the gambling that I went and did on Black Ops 3. You were,
Truly.
real one.
Truly.
For that.
Yep. If it wasn't for him, I would have never had my boxing gloves in Black Ops 3.
If it wasn't for him, I would have never heard the Justin Timberlake parody song "Can't Get the Weapons," based off of "Can't Stop the Feeling."
Good song. If it wasn't for him, thank you for watching.
Thank you everybody for watching. This has been the VONKA podcast. Go watch our other stuff. Like, subscribe, usual YouTube things. We love you. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.